Hey, this is Faith Evans, and you are watching Studio Q. And make sure you pick up Faith Evans' R&B Divas, the album, October 2nd, and tune into the finale of R&B Divas on TV One, 10 p.m., October 8th.
Studio Q show, now you know.
I think on the show, I've seen it described by like the network. They call me like the godmother, but I think that was just from a PR perspective. I'm very cautious and very thoughtful in, when I react to things, when I speak on things. So I think that's important to have that kind of calm in the middle of things that can sometimes get a little crazy. I think things out, and sometimes I'll whisper in somebody's ear, and I would have said it that you should have said it like that. So I guess I'm the calm in the middle of everything, I guess.
Because I understand my sister friend.
I do have that. In what you guys are seeing, which is only, a part of what really went on. But, I definitely wanted to bring that in the sense of, let me make up for the fact that I wasn't here. While we were filming the show, I was leaving town every week and a half to come back to LA to check on my kids. So, I was in Atlanta, moved there because we had to start production. And I missed a few important things, a few things that meant a lot to the other ladies. So, sometimes what you're seeing is me saying, hey, I didn't forget about you, and this is my way of trying to make it up to you as well, But I'm glad you feel that way about me.
I know that I love you, and I know that I don't like you all the time.
It actually wasn't so tense. And of course, what you're seeing, it wasn't all like a consecutive minutes, you seeing a cut from here, a reaction from something else, which is good for TV. But you know what, in Nikki's defense, I have to say that, seeing last night's episode, like I even saw something that came out of my mouth in my interview where I know I was probably talking about something else. So, she's definitely a very spirited, very vocal person, and very passionate, and very much used to being in charge of everything because she runs her business. She's written and directed plays, so she's just always used to being the one to direct everything. I think part of what you saw in her talking over the baby was actually her talking to the people in the production room, because Kiki was kind of complaining in her ear that she didn't want to talk about these things.
I think it's really amazing that you are taking the steps that you need to take privately to do what you need to do for yourself and your family. But these are real issues and real problems, and I think they need to be dealt with appropriately. And I think her therapist would probably advise against her having cocktails and spilling out her guts. When people are drinking, they don't always think straight. And a lot of times we get a little over emotional. And I definitely don't want this conversation to hurt Kiki more than it can help her. Please, you guys, don't have any more of these conversations like this going into this where we're having cocktails and, it's a volatile little bit of a situation.
Yo, like seriously? Like really?
And we're not going to have that conversation. We're not going to have that conversation with cocktails.
So you didn't really see that because Kiki didn't say it out loud, but I remember specifically that going on, and that's probably why I laughed.
This is crazy. This started out really positively.
Nikki is so serious about it. Do you understand? This is funny.
Although I couldn't say it on camera while we were filming, I knew in my head that, why she's doing what she's doing. So I thought I was lightening the moment, even though I did, but I did for even more reasons than you guys knew.
So don't be afraid to let them show.
I think I'm the comedian. Well, you know what though? That's Selena's crazy funny. She's funny. Kiki is funny too. I mean, the faces, she can make a face like a Muppet. Like what? I'm funny, but I think that's probably the one thing about me that with me being so laid back and in the cut, you know, that's the one thing that does stand out when I choose it. I'll crack a little quiet joke that make everybody laugh, or say something and they'll be like, you are crazy. But I think all of us have a little comedic side though. I really do. Would that fall on me because I'm so quiet and in the cut and I sit and listen? Instead of opening my mouth. I mean, you know, maybe that would be me too. We all wear that hat in you know, different situations.
Sitting thinking about the past, wondering how I made it past.
I think that would be Monifa. Well, you know what? Let me separate it. Emotional in terms of tears would be Monifa. Emotional in terms of just, you know what, my emotions are making me just be unfiltered right now, that would be Kiki.
Look into her eyes once again. She's me.
You know what we do, don't we?
You do.
Thank you. No, I mean, seriously, when I listen back to the album, it's like, you know, we're not a group. We're not, you know, I found myself saying that a lot throughout the season while we were, you know, I'm like, they said, we should do this together. We should do that. I'm like, we ain't a group. We ain't the Clock Sisters. But then when we recorded those songs, we sound really good together. But I guess it's just, you know, that's what you get when you got good voices. I mean, you know, whether we're relatives or not, you need to know how to blend with another person's vibrato or another person's tone, or lay back off of yours if it's too strong. It's a blessing because everything really just came together and aligned by divine order. You know, none of this was just planned out to be the way it is and the way it has ended up. So I'm just really thankful. We have the theme song, Loving Me, which is the theme song from R&B Divas that all the divas are on. But Sister Friend is the second record on the album that all the girls from the cast are singing on. And it's just about, you know, being a good friend, being a sister, uplifting each other, you know, being there when you're sad, being there when you're happy, but just being, you know, someone that you know you can depend on and lean on when you need it.
'Cause there ain't no explanation on this earth. Oh, you must be heaven sent.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you know, good under pressure? Because I'll admit, you know, a lot of the recording, like, you know, a big part of my career, my sustenance in my career has been from my features and stuff. I've done features with so many people, and I'm always nervous when I'm in the studio or in the room singing in front of other singers. It's so crazy. Not scared, like I don't think I can do anything, but I don't know, it's just a weird, like, subconscious clam up thing. Like, I don't know. It's easier when you know, certain parts are already laid out. You kind of have a clear idea of what you need to do. When it gets to the ad-libs and you got to freestyle, that's when I be like, I need y'all to leave. I'm sorry. I know people probably be like, is she bugging? Like, really? Is she doing this to get attention or something? But I really do better when it's just me and the engineer. That was through lots of times hearing myself, and I'm on stage like, why am I shaking? Why is my voice doing, what? That's not how I sing. What's going on? I mean, over the years, I have developed this thing where I don't talk to anybody before I go on stage. I mean, this of course is after practicing scales and stuff to actually get my voice, you know, to come to be what it is now. But I know that when you're performing, there's a difference. You got to get your energy centered and calm, or that's what you're gonna hear. Like, you know, I need to be calm, shut up, don't talk to me. I don't want to think about anything else. I don't want to hear anything else, but just get my breathing together and go on that stage and murder this show real quick. What, son? It feels great. I mean, we didn't, of course, you know, it was a pleasant surprise because with so much other stuff that people were already tuning into, you know, regularly, for us to be able to even get their attention, for them to go ahead and tune into our show and to continue to do so. I mean, that's wonderful. I mean, I can't say I expected that. We were like, oh, are they going to watch it, you know, with such and such show being on at the same time? Or, you know, are they going to flip over to that and miss our show? But I mean, that's a beautiful feeling. As far as the stories, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I know I didn't plan for, you know, Monifa's story to be her story. That's what it is. That's the truth that she walks in, and the fact that she was fearless enough to want to share these things, knowing that this is groundbreaking, you know, for you guys to not be afraid to embrace and to show this part of life, because it's real, you know, it's real. Come on,
exactly.
It's this 2012. Let's get with it.
Jesus loves me. He who died, heaven's gates to open wide.
I grew up in church. I love the Lord, honey. I have a wonderful relationship with God. Read my Bible, and I think I grew up embracing and living the great things that I did learn from my experience. But I do know that you don't have to be in those four walls, you know, to receive and to have a relationship with God and to touch other people. That me being outside of Him is really what enabled me to see that He gave me a gift that touches other people. Otherwise, I may not have, you know, known as much. I may not have even touched as many people.
The spiritual uplifters or revelations.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it gully and go with the spiritual uplifters.
Devil dog, a Funnybone,
You're
or
funny.
Del Taco burrito.
A Funnybone.
And what is a Funnybone?
Oh my gosh. It's by Drake's Cakes. Oh my god. It's like chocolate cake, chocolate coating, and inside is a little slither of peanut butter like cream.
Oh, okay.
It's like a cake version of a Reese's.
Oh, I like.
But that's,
Reese's.
you know, Drake's is kind of an East Coast brand.
Okay. Anita Baker or Layla Hathaway?
Ooh, you going for the jugular. I'll take Anita Hathaway. You know what? It's funny because on my records, I'll judge by my songs. I usually be like, oh shit, one more time. So I'll say Sugar Honey Iced Tea. That's on like so many of my records that I have to bleep out. My guilty pleasure is definitely watching all the reality shows that people love to watch, but they talk about and ridicule and want to protest against.
Lettucey or Fantasia?
Oh, come on. How you keep doing that? Fantasy.
That was good. Yellow Jackets or Steely Dan?
Oh. I can't, you know what? I'm not good at picking people that I just revere and listen to so much because none of them take more of a space in my mind, you know, and in my musical palette. Wow. I'll say University because I definitely, you know, in those more formative years, you know, between the 7th and 12th grade, I was able to really just do so much, you know, be it my school jazz band was the only band that had a vocalist, and I was that vocalist. So I mean, not only did I have the church element in my music life and the stuff that I got to, you know, that was on the radio, but I got to perform with the jazz band and just sing stuff that was outside of the normal repertoire of a singer at my age at that time.
Do you remember any part of your 4-part harmony outgoing voicemail messages?
I know the whole song.
Can you please sing?
Damn, I can't do the harmony, but it goes. I'm gonna do my hand like this when the harmony comes in. Okay, it go. I'm not at home, so don't hang up the phone. I'll get back to you. All you have to do is leave a message at the tone.
Woo! It's Faith there! It's Faith there! Pick it up!
Funny. Why was I 12 and 13 like doing this, making up my song?
This is the first time I heard you sing live.
Oh, that don't count.
It does.
You gotta come to a show.
Studio Q show.